Great, Jim. Thank you so much for your time today.
Sure.
Uh, what is it with these kids? And they want to get to a certain age, and all of a sudden, all of that love and parenting and smothering is just no good for them.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? I mean, they're changing, right? It's like it's they not only do they grow out of their clothes, but like all the things that you finally figured out how to deal with don't apply anymore. It's it's why the pay structure of parenting is so wrong. Like I think that when a kid reaches a certain age, they should start having to pay back a parent, you know? Like something reasonable, like $10,000 a week. You know what I mean? They should have to give their parents.
I agree. I'm actually my daughter is going to be 11 in a couple of months, and she's starting to try and venture out on different little things. And Luca was a perfect film for me as a parent to kind
Yeah.
of take back and look at it. And we're talking about this because you voice Lorenzo, who is Luca's dad.
Yes.
Do you want to talk a little bit about him and his parenting style?
Yeah. Well, I think that Lorenzo he's kind of a well-intended but possibly distracted parent, which I think a lot of parents can identify with. Uh, he's well-intended, but I think that during the movie, maybe his approach is embraced a little bit by his wife's. I think that anyone who's parenting with a partner, it's an ongoing negotiation. And I would say that, um, you know, there's something about parenting. It's just, Luca starts the movie a different kid than he ends the movie. And, you talked about your daughter, being 11. It's like, if we had this conversation in 2 years, it's a whole different world, right? It's ever moving. And that's why parents look so old.
Yeah, we age a little bit quicker, don't we?
Yeah.
I found it really interesting that in Luca you have the contrasting styles of viewpoint. You have the grandma also with a lot
Yeah.
more understanding of what Luca's going through, and then the
Yeah.
parents, and then Luca. So different stages in life. Oh,
Yeah.
why is it that a grandma now is able to look at what he wants to do and be totally okay with it?
I think it's similar to what Luke is dealing with. It's like how we process fear, right? So Luca's mom, played brilliantly by Maya Rudolph, she's just fearful for her child,
Mhm.
which is all parents. You don't want your kid to experience any pain or any discomfort. But I think as you get older, you realize that uh, you're really kind of, in a way, just delaying the inevitable. So maybe the grandmother in this film symbolizes that, or we develop we develop calluses for dealing with some of it.
Mhm.
It's like the experiences that kids encounter is so fresh and new. It's why time is such a strange construct, right? Because you know, as we get older, things are less exciting because we've experienced them millions of times. But like as a kid, you're like, this is the most terrifying thing I've ever done.
Yeah, and I think Luca does a great job with even the character design. He's really bright-eyed and really ready to venture out into the world.
Yeah.
How important are those moments though for kids to discover things on their own?
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm kind of the opinion that humans in general don't have to learn things firsthand. Not only do we have to learn things firsthand, but we also have to relearn them. So, in other words, all these life lessons that we learn, we forget them. and we have to learn it again. So it's kind of, I mean, a bad comparison is drinking alcohol or eating too much cheese. It's like, I love cheese, but my body can't digest it. So, like the day after I eat cheese, I'm reluctant to eat cheese. But like, if you ask me 2 weeks later, I'm like, yeah, let's eat some cheese.
Yes.
This is the scientific knowledge you're looking for, right? From me. The comparison, the cheese analogy.
The cheese analogy works. Yeah, it's me also with certain things as well. It's what happened, but then you have to be reminded because that is what happens. Oh my God, but then a week later the cheese smell comes back and it's just
then you're like, hey, I love cheese.
Yeah. I mean,
or like, I love alcohol. It's like, and as you get older, you can't react like you used to.
Absolutely. How would you say your personal parenting style compares to Lorenzo?
I would say I'm hopefully not as distracted as Lorenzo. I think that I'm one of those parents that hopefully has can read nonverbal communication. I think all parents kind of secretly hope that they're good at reading a situation and picking up if a kid's kind of struggling with something. Whereas I think Lorenzo's, he's more interested in his show crabs.
Yeah. I mean, it happens because we're once we have kids, we're as parents, we're still alive. We still have hopes and dreams and goals.
And also you need a balance, right?
Yes.
They need to see you work. They need to see you struggle with things,
Yes, you need to lead by example. And I think that's part of what Lorenzo does. You guys get into quite an adventure in trying to find him on land. And I thought that was super hilarious. How does that work when you're doing the voice recording? Are you seeing it on screen, what they have, the ideas that they have, or
not really? No. I mean, well, there might be. This was such a unique experience for me. Obviously, it's very special doing a Pixar movie, so it's kind of, you feel like you're being invited to like play with a professional baseball team. You know what I mean? But this was all done at home in a closet. So I think that but Enrico, who directed it, he described what's going on in these scenes. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's stage directions written in the script, but so yeah, setting a mood and the tone and stuff like that. And I had watched Enrico's short, which is an amazing thing, which is also on Disney Plus. I can't think of it. I think it's like Starman or something like that. So I kind of understood some of his sensibility. But I don't know. It's kind of, it's all done through conversation and it's all imagination because they're building it, and they don't have time to, they'll show you a drawing. They're like, this is the way you see we see you. And you're like, all right, I guess that, well, I'd be like, I don't see a mustache. It's when it comes to voice talent, there is, and you see that in movies, like in the credits, like the voice credit is, maybe we do the press and stuff like that, but like the real heroes are these, not just animators or character designers, but like, I mean, there's a complexity of creating this world, not even this world of make-believe. It's even the color stuff is just so over my head. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. Just job well done. Jim, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Had a really good time seeing your character as well as the rest of everybody on Luca.
Thanks. Nice chatting with you.